Alright, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So today we have our brother Abdul-Malik. Jazakumullah khair for coming, bro. I already know you're a boxer, you've done uni, there's a lot of things to go through. So as usual, what we do is we go from the beginning, where you from, were you born here, all that kind of stuff. So where you from, where was you born, age, all that kind of stuff.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Salam.
Area, I grew up in northwest London,
Where?
a state called St. Raphael's. That's where I grew up. So
Well, where's that like? I know Northwest is similar to Southeast, so is it like Lewisham?
Brent, do you know Brent?
Okay, yeah,
So
Brent.
you got like my estate, St. Raph's, you got like Stonebridge, Church Road, that type of area. Wembley, that's where I grew up.
Cool.
So grandma lived there. Before there, she was in Church Road. So grandma lived there. Parents was like Cricklewood area.
Mm.
Yeah.
So what's your background?
Mum's from Ghana.
Okay.
Dad's from Nigeria.
Okay, mashallah. I haven't heard that mix before.
It's not common.
It's not common, no. Usually Nigerian, Ghanaian.
There it goes.
Mashallah.
Fitna, innit? Problems. Alhamdulillah.
Okay. So born here?
Yeah, born here, 97.
Okay.
Yeah, born here, went to school here.
How was school life? Give us a little background like that.
Or
just the youth, like how was it like?
Cool. So I actually went to Muslim primary school.
In Northwest?
Yeah?
Okay.
So I went to primary school. My actual primary school was a primary school. It was founded by what's this guy's name? They're Shias. Is it Khomeini? Is that his name?
No, I think Al-Khoui.
Yeah. So that's the school I went to.
Okay.
So, but I always ask my dad, because we're not Shia, so I always ask my dad and my mum when the time come. I was like, how come you sent me to this school?
Yeah.
And it's right opposite Islamia.
Exactly.
Islamia is a Sunni school.
Islamia.
Yeah.
There's Islamia, there's Bronsbury Boys, that's Yusuf Islam school.
Yeah.
And then there's Al Sadiq. So I always ask my parents, why did he send me to a Shia school? Well, not Shias, why did he send me to that school? And they said, we wanted you to learn at least something, because we didn't want to send you into the world or send you, because both my parents are reverts. So,
okay.
Yeah, both my parents are reverts, so they didn't know a lot.
Okay.
So they said, we sent you to that school just so you could learn a bit of Quran and learn the good things and leave
whatever was incorrect.
Yeah, so I was there from reception to year 6. I was there for about 7 years. Yeah. Okay. Good school. Alhamdulillah, it was a very good school. Praying in school. Teach you how to do wudu. Not
Imam looked at me, that's why I'm laughing, bro. Why are you looking at me when he said praying?
They teach you how to do wudu. Teach you how to read the Quran.
So let's get to that though. So even praying now, you know obviously how Sunnis pray.
Yeah.
Was it different?
So from young, I've always been conscious.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm going to school, I'm thinking everyone's a Shia, bro.
Okay.
In reality, Shias are a minority.
Nah.
But I'm going to a school where everyone's a Shia.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm still praying like this, but I never knew that there was like a conflict till I come out of school. Because in school, the teachers didn't care. Do your own, whatever you are. We had people come to the school that were Christian. David James's son came to the school. He's a Christian. So when it's praying, they leave him. So they were free. I only knew that there was this Shia Sunni conflict when I've like left school, and then I've seen that, oh, this is actually a big thing.
Okay.
When I was in school, they just leave me to do my own thing. I told them, nah, I don't do that. Obviously, they do certain things. I said, nah, I don't really do that. So they just left me.
And they respected it. Don't try to push you or nothing like
Never.
That. But the kids as well was obviously Shia or whatever. Everyone was all cool.
Yeah, I had no problems. Obviously, Quran's is all one Quran. So when we're learning Arabic or learning how to recite, it's all one thing.
So they read from the Quran as well. Yeah, I didn't even know that myself. I'm not going to lie. I never knew that they read.
Yeah, it's normal Quran, same. Everything's the same. Okay. Obviously.
So it's just the salahs and certain little bits like that.
Salah and then, the other stuff.
Why didn't the parents, if they had the option of like Islamia school nearby?
I think my sister got into Islamia.
Okay.
But Bronsbury Boys, which is the boy version to Islamia, they only start from secondary. So my sister got into Islamia.
Primary?
Yeah. I was going to Muslim primary school.
Okay, but didn't your mum and dad try for Islamia?
Yeah, Islamia is only a girls' school.
No, I'm sure it's boys and girls.
Islamia is girls only.
No, they've got secondary girls, but they've got a primary, which is boys and girls. There's Islamia secondary girls.
Yeah.
There's Islamia primary, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Then there's Bronsbury College, which is secondary boys.
Okay. I thought Islamia was only primary.
No.
Or maybe, I applied to Bronsbury Boys, I didn't get in.
Okay, as I said, for secondary school.
Yeah, I didn't get in. So yeah, that's just where I ended up.
So do you think had an impact on you in a positive light, or did it confuse you in some ways, or?
Nah, it never confused me because I always knew.
Mm-hmm.
So the main, not to get too political, but the main conflict, Sunni Shia, is obviously the Khalifa after the Prophets died, XYZ. So they're saying
It should be Ali and
this way. So I always knew that.
Okay.
It wasn't that. It's obviously we have our full.
Were the parents aware also of, look, there's differences? Did they know where they're sending you?
My dad knew everything.
Okay.
So he's like, when you go to school, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine.
Okay.
This, leave it, leave it. So I've always been kind of conscious of that growing up.
He clued you up.
Yeah. But on the flip side, it gave me, like you said, you don't really know about the ins and outs. It gave me a understanding of, from young, where this conflict started. So when people are talking about these issues, I never really talk about it because I don't like to talk about things I don't know a lot about. But I just understood from young, this is how the problem is and this is where it comes from. So
just taking you back a bit. So mum and dad, were they born in Nigeria and Ghana? And did they accept Islam in Ghana?
Both my parents born here.
Born UK?
Mum born here, dad born in Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam?
But he went boarding school here, grew up here.
Okay, grew up here.
Parents, yeah.
Now, how old were they when they took Shahada here?
University times, probably mid-20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and how many siblings do you have?
I got a twin sister.
Mm-hmm.
I got a younger brother and a younger sister.
Okay.
So 4 of us.
Okay.
And
in terms of early years, you finished primary school, or in primary school itself, how did you do in education?
I was always education number one, always.
Mm-hmm.
Young. I was always good in it. I was always academic.
Okay. And no trouble in school or getting suspended, expelled?
Never got suspended. Internal exclusion, you know, when you go in the room, but I've never been extended, excluded or sent home.
Would you say that's because of the school that you went to though? Because sometimes I find that religious schools, especially Muslim religious schools, are a bit more conservative. So you don't have the issues of like normal public schools where there's so many different backgrounds in one place.
Going to a Muslim school, it definitely helped. Definitely. I feel if I didn't go to that school, I know it wasn't a Sunni school, but I feel like if I didn't go there, I would be lost. I wouldn't know anything. Because even though it wasn't the ideal situation, I could just take the small that I could take, whether it's learning Fatiha or learning in class and learning Surah Code. Just the small things that just going to make your daily life easier, whether it's just your salah or just, you know. I feel like if I didn't go to that school.
And even the interaction between girls and boys at that young
school
age.
Split.
Yeah.
From year one.
Okay.
Segregated.
What age is that? Year one.
5.
5, okay.
Segregated. Reception, girls and boys. From year one, segregated, bro. The school was split in half. Like,
okay.
Girl, my sister's on this. If I need to speak to my sister, I need to go ask a teacher. The teacher has to take me to the other side. I speak to my sister, there's a door, speak to her, and then you're back to the boys' side.
Okay.
Segregated from young. So when I've now gone to the government school, what's this? I'm in school, teachers, no one even misbehaved because the teacher's saying to you, okay, you want to do that? Cool. On Yom Kiyama, you're going to speak to Allah. Oh, no, miss, sorry. Like, you know, they're playing the mad mind games, like reverse psychology, bro. They're getting you. They're like, if he doesn't accept your apology, that's it. So it's like, from young, you're on your P's and Q's. Teacher's like, what, you haven't prayed? Okay. She's not going to force you. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
On Yom Kiyama, speak to Allah.
Yeah. And you made that choice kind of thing.
Yeah, so it was just...
Yeah, because from the outside, people would think that you get beatings and certain things happen. Do you know what I mean?
They teach you like taqwa from such a young age, bro.
And
they don't even have to fear of Allah, just knowing that, bro. They don't even have to raise their voice, bro, because it's in you from young. They don't even have to raise their voice, shout, or do. They don't even really have to even call your parents, bro, because from young. Remember, I'm there from reception.
Yeah, of course.
I'm there for 7 years, bro. Drilling these things into you, drilling these things. Don't press someone, backbiting. That was the number one thing.
So they teach you like morals.
Yeah.
And they don't teach you at normal primary school. I remember when I came to this country, so remember I come here when I was 8, from Somalia. Somalia is a whole different culture. So you're coming to another place. And then when you come to this, and one of the funny stories I speak about sometimes is that there was like my first, like I think it was probably my first or second day in school, yeah. My cousins there was 2 white girls and they wanted to sit on my lap. So, but he said it to me in Somali like, yo, these two girls one of them wants to sit on your lap, and you already know our culture. But we don't even mix. Forget about sitting on my lap. Like we don't even play with each other. Girls and boys don't even play with each other. Boys do their own thing. Girls do their own thing. So I told him in Somali like, obviously tell her no. So I don't know if he tried to play a game, but she tried to sit on my lap.
Bro,
So I had to push her. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah.
But as the years go on and I start to understand English and all sorts, there was kissing happening. We're talking about 9, 10, 11, man. Kissing happening after school, meeting up, smoking. That's what was happening in primary school.
From young, they're teaching you these things. Like, it's drilled into you, bro.
Yeah, morals, man.
It's drilled into you.
So, some would say, Abdul-Malik, some would say it's, restricting you. So when you get a bit older, so much restriction, people kind of do the other side, the other extreme, or, going crazy and so on. But do you think for you, it kind of actually grounded you? It helped you?
100%. I don't know why people see Islam as a restricting religion. I don't get it. I don't get it. It puzzles me, bro. You see when, Islam is so everything that is telling you in the book is for your own benefit. If they're saying don't do something, it's not to restrict you. It's maybe to transform you and take you to another level of iman or to make you better.
Yeah, consciousness.
Sometimes you might be doing certain sins that's restricting you from getting to another level of iman. So I feel like going to that school, bro, learning Quran, learning Islam, and my mum used to even, so when I get home, my mum will teach me. My mum taught me how to pray, you know. Learning it from a young age, bro, is very important, bro. Because before I've even known girls, before I've even known roads or this, the first thing I knew is Islam. That's the first thing I ever knew in my life.
And I think it's important, you know what happens? So as you get older, temptations, desires kick in. But you always know from that kind of like early education and tarbiyah,
it's wrong.
You know it's wrong.
So
yeah, and even if you fall into it, you're kind of like feeling guilty. Yeah. So I think it's
I think it's important.
Yeah.
I think it's important to get the foundations right. So if you have a child, it's important for them to know these things from young. So even if they drift off or veer off as life is, they can always come back to it, bro. You know, I know people that, you know, I went to a Shia school. I know people that never went to any Muslim school. Forget Shia or Sunni or whatever. They didn't go to Muslim school, bro. They can't pray. They don't know how to pray.
I think Harris J, I think his take on it was a bit negative, isn't it?
His take on?
Oh, because he went to a Muslim school and he felt, you know what, kind of like the restrictions,
bro,
had kind of like a negative impact.
Bro, it was the best. See, that, I thank my parents for that so much, bro. You see, when I was there, I didn't realize how much of a big deal it was. You know, I've got siblings younger than me. They didn't go Muslim school. I don't want to talk about them, but I know I can see my mum knows the difference. So you know how compare. It is. Do you know what I mean?
So moving forward from the Abdul-Malik, so you finished primary school, alhamdulillah, no expulsion, no suspension, done well in your studies. Now you're moving towards secondary school. Which secondary school did you go to?
So finished primary school here. Year 7, Dad's taking me back to Nigeria.
Okay.
So I've gone back home.
Sent you back to the bushes.
Year 7. And I ain't gone Lagos and Abuja and all these places. I've gone Benin. Anyone from Nigeria knows Benin. Like, that's where the British came.
Okay.
It's mash up.
Is that Nigeria though?
Yeah, there's a country called Benin. There's a country called Benin.
Yeah, Abdul that works from, yeah.
There's a country called Benin. Okay. And there's a place in Nigeria called Benin City.
Okay.
Abdul is from Benin country.
He's from the Benin country.
Benin area.
I'm from my guys who works with me. Okay.
So, gone back there. Dad's taking me back there. Whole family's come back there.
Okay. It's like countryside or something.
Yeah, it's like, how can I explain it? You've got London and you've got like, maybe...
Wales, maybe?
Worse than that.
Okay.
Maybe Bradford, Luton.
Whoever's from Bradford.
Luton.
Speak.
Luton. Let's say Luton.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not us. That's something
so sorry if I've offended anyone, sorry. So I've gone back home, done year 7, done a year there.
Done a year out there,
yeah.
But what's difficult about there?
There's more, bro, in school, they're mashing you up. There's no two ways about it, innit? I went to a proper school, like top notch. They're still beating you. You get me? You can't go back
So, you
and
know,
forth.
it wasn't the Islamic school.
Do you understand?
It was this year that really made you.
You get me?
You're forgetting that.
African culture.
Bro,
Was that a Muslim school or was that just
normal school?
Okay, normal school.
In fact, it wasn't even
Benin
it wasn't even a normal school, bro. It was a Christian school, bro.
Okay.
Because the school's called St. Mary's. So now I've gone from a Muslim school
To
and seen the flip side. I mean, year 7, girls and boys mixed. I'm like, what? What is going on? Boys and girls are holding hands, bro. I'm confused. Bro, I've been 7 years I've been in a Muslim school, separate.
What was Dad's reasoning for that?
I think at the time my dad got a job there.
Okay.
So he's moved out there.
But you know, Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians do that.
In terms of what?
Of taking their kids back.
So I've gone year 7, gone Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
done 1 year there, come back here.
Done well in 1 year?
Yeah, always.
Okay.
That's something people, my academics always from day one, it's intact. Alhamdulillah. Do you know what I mean? Allah gave me a good brain. So even if I'm misbehaving in class, even if I'm doing whatever, bro, I always made sure my work is on point because that's the key that's going to get me out of whatever I'm doing or whatever I'm not doing. Is you can be misbehaving, but if my report card saying A, bro, I'm going to the next stage. I'm going to university, wherever I want to go. They're not watching my behavior to a certain extent. Yeah. My stuff's always in order. So done well.
Was that instilled by pops and mums?
Yeah, my dad didn't play. My dad's Nigerian, like real. But he's born here, but he's a Nigerian. You don't play. My granddad's an engineer. Dad went uni, studied law. Mum went university.
So it's like it's a must.
Bro, they weren't playing. If that report card weren't coming back proper.
No,
my dad used to tell me, you can do what you want in school. Do what you want. You want to play around and be class clown? That's fantastic. If that report card don't come back proper, it's curtains.
Back to Benin.
Curtains, bro. There's always...
So what was the reason for coming back to UK after a year? It was a job again?
I don't know. Yeah, I think, I'm not too sure, you know. I'm not too sure about that one.
Because, you know, in early for like, even the Prophet ﷺ, there was a tradition in his time. Yeah, the Arabs had that tradition where they would take the kids out of the city to like the village, call it Badia. The reasoning was the air was fresh, more healthy.
I think it was good going back because when you come back to London, you realise how blessed you are to be here.
But do you think it was more to do with knowing your culture, knowing your language?
Yeah, it was more to do with my culture because my family in Benin, they're very big.
Okay.
They're big and a prestigious family.
So Dad wanted you to connect to them.
Connect with them and see all my cousins. I'm from a big family. I go to school here, university here, and meet people who's my cousin.
Mashallah. They
see my surname, said, he's your cousin. I'm your cousin. Like, what are you talking about? How are you my cousin? Like, bro, I'm your cousin. Wait there, I'm calling my dad. Dad, there's this guy, he's saying he's my cousin. I was in school. He's saying he's my cousin. What's his name? What's his surname? I read out the surname. Yeah, he's your cousin.
Probably more like in like a tribe. He's from the same tribe or something.
Yeah, we're from the same family. My dad knows his dad.
Okay.
But I never knew that because I'm just young. So I'm saying, what's this guy talking about? Like, I thought he's just trying to beg it. But he's like cousins, and from there, it's happened to me maybe 3-4 times. University, school. It's happened to me a couple of times. So done year 7, Nigeria.
Over there, yeah.
Come back here. Done year 8, year 9.
Which school did you go to then?
Then I went. What? The name of the school?
Yeah.
I went to a school called Hendon School.
In Hendon, yeah.
Yeah, Northwest London.
And that's further from. I mean, were you living in Crickle Road when you went to
Yeah.
You were at that time.
Yeah.
The primary school.
Yeah.
Because that's in Crickle Road.
Oh, primary school. I was in Warwick. You know Warwick Avenue, Harrow Road.
Okay.
Early days. So I was in Warwick. Then we moved to Cricklewood. So Cricklewood, I'm going Hendon School.
Okay.
Year 8, year 9. Just cracking on really.
Isn't that a bit of a distance from there?
Nah, maybe 10 minutes straight, A41.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't far at all. Going to school, just, you know, school's mixed. So I'm now trying to get used to the fact that it's mixed school. I wasn't used to that at all. You know,
but a lot of Muslims still. I mean, that part of London always been a lot of Muslims.
Yeah, there's a lot of Muslims, but it's not connected.
What do you mean by connected? Like unity?
Yeah, it's not a community.
Okay.
But there's a lot of Muslims. But it's not a community. When I see some of how you're describing how it was. I see some of the podcast and you're describing how it was back in the day.
Mm.
It's nothing like that. But Muslims,
Okay.
and if you want to pray in prayer time, you can pray in all sorts.
Mm.
So you're 8, you're 9, just cracking on with education. Yeah. And then,
Doing well still?
yeah,
Doing
always.
well? Okay.
Always. Me and my sister, twin sister.
Okay. Move to year 10, year 11?
Year 8, year 9, finished. Year 10, year 11, Ghana.
To Ghana?
Yeah. My mum got a job there.
Mum wants you to know the Ghanaian culture now.
Bro, I've done Nigeria. I'm thinking, bro, I get the message, you feel me? I'm chilling. Like, let me finish Mom's gone, she's got a job. Oh, yeah, that's good, Mum. Just talking to her, yeah. Yeah, you got a job, cool, yeah. But it's in Ghana. Bro, I'm having the time of my life. You're 8, you're 9. Everyone knows these are the best years of school, bro.
Of course, getting popular.
I'm like, oh my God, everyone's about to do their GCSEs. Now I've got to go back.
The whole family?
Whole family's gone.
Inshallah.
Relocating. The job paid
Okay.
to relocate everything.
Mm.
Alhamdulillah, Mum, it was a very good job.
Mm. But you know what? Sometimes, akhi, that journey, that year in Nigeria, and that whatever 2 years in Ghana, probably has helped you in your education and life more than the 2 years that you spent in
100%.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference. Over there, bro, smart kids over there, they're not playing games, bro. It's not like here.
I said that as well, yeah. The levels over back home.
Remember, back home, if you're not past the year, you're repeating.
You're repeating. And
I'm 14, so I'm going to the next. Nah, bro. If you don't pass. So I'm in school in Ghana.
In Ghana as well.
I'm in school in Ghana with man that's 17, 18 in year 10. I'm 15, 14. No, sorry, I forgot to tell you. I started school a year early.
Yeah, mashallah.
Alhamdulillah. So I started school a year early. So all this time, I'm a year behind. Year behind. So when I've gone Ghana now, I think year 11, you're supposed to be 15. I'm 14. There's people in there 17, 18. There's a girl in there, she's younger than me.
Yeah, mashallah.
So it's just based on your intellect.
Of course.
If you get it, you go. If you don't get it, repeat.
You need to bring that system over here, man.
But yeah, it definitely, the thing for me was just seeing the living standards. That's what I'm just like, we just too ungrateful, man, over here. Muslims, non-Muslims, whatever, we're too ungrateful.
So
when you see how...
Even just that, akhi, just to be able to see and experience... Because remember, you go on a holiday, 2 weeks, it's a resort, you don't see the real life.
I was always going Ghana, Nigeria, back home for holidays.
Holidays, okay.
But when you live there...
There's different...
Bro, you got kids, they're working before school, going to school and working after school. This is Ghana, this is Nigeria, bro. There's no gyro, there's no benefits. You don't work, you don't eat. There's no maternity leave. You're seeing women on the road pregnant here, and then they got the wrap, one on the back. And bro, this is real life. That's when I'm like, wow.
Got it easy.
You got TFL, Oyster, Unlimited, if you're a student. As many times as you, I'm like, bro. So when I've come back, done my GCSEs in Ghana.
Okay.
So when I've come back now, I'm just looking at everything differently. I'm just looking. Bro, the smallest thing, I'm just saying, alhamdulillah to myself. Alhamdulillah. I'm even saying I'm overdoing it, but bro, when I've come from that and seen it, and just, you always think you're grateful, innit? You think you are. You read the Quran, you see certain verses about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking about being grateful. If you're grateful, I'll give you more. You think you're grateful, but you're not, bro. Even now, the other day as well, I was watching, I think it was the Sheikh or this Imam, he was talking about, just going to the toilet, yeah? He said, when you come out from the toilet, you have to say Alhamdulillah. This is how I was thinking, bro. I'm going to tell you, what's this guy talking about? Common toilet, that the man just go toilet. What's he talking about? I'm like, cool, let me just watch the video to the end. Because don't jump the gun, innit? He said, when you go to the toilet, you have to say Alhamdulillah and thank Allah for being able to go to the toilet, bro. Because, first of all, some people can't go to the toilet. That's number one. Here's me, I'm thinking, I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
Because I've been born healthy. I'm thinking, this guy's overdoing it. But some people can't go to the toilet, bro. Some people got a bag. Have to. I was watching Aki Amon's one.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I thought I was grateful, and I'm watching this, and I'm sitting. It just takes you to another level, and you just have to just ask for forgiveness, bro, because you're just so entitled, isn't it? When Allah's giving you something and you're born with it,
You think it's a gift,
you know,
you deserved it.
everything's a blessing, bro. Everything is a blessing. Having things like TFL bus, being able to go on a bus, bro, anytime you want, if you're a student, you know, it's free. That's crazy, bro.
Back home.
Just being born on this side of the world, you just have to be great, alhamdulillah, all the time, bro.
There's a hadith of the Prophet, you know, and he said, look, if somebody wakes up in the morning and they are safe in their dwelling place and their health is good and they have food for one day, they have the whole dunya. So be grateful.
Yeah.
So, you know, that kind of like thinking, like you're right, sometimes we don't have it here.
You don't because everything is just easy. Easy. You get things easy. So going back, it really grounded me just in terms of my outlook on life. And, you know, when it's Eid back home, there's no mosque like here. You get the mats, everyone just pray outside. Here you got mosque, some AC, cool.
Yeah.
Monitors.
Yeah, people still complain.
You know, it's just, it just made me, even thinking about it now, bro,
gratitude.
It just made me, that's how I'm trying to live my life now. Just with gratitude and just, alhamdulillah, thank you to Allah for all these things, bro. Just being healthy, being able to, just everything, bro. You know,
100%.
Having two parents.
Yeah.
So, yeah, coming back from there, that's how it made me feel.
So moving on from that then, what was it? You're 11 born, what was happening after that?
Yeah, 11.
You done well in GCSEs. You done GCSEs in Ghana, yeah?
Yeah, done well.
Good grades, A's, B's?
A's and B's, B's, mixture. Okay. But my subject is maths. So maths A.
MashaAllah.
Yeah. Maths I got A. English was always my worst subject. Science I was good. IT I was good as well. So finished my GCSEs, come back here, and then gone to some school in Uxbridge. The school I went to was in Uxbridge.
School again?
Sixth form.
Okay.
A levels.
Yeah, A levels. So then I've done maths, further maths. No, at Uxbridge I did maths, finance, and what did I do? Physics.
What did you want to get into? Why did you choose those subjects?
I always chose maths because it was my strength.
Was your plan to go to uni and do maths or something?
Yeah, but my dad always used to sit me down as a kid like, yeah, you're gonna be a banker. You're gonna be a banker. Man's getting the Financial Times every week. Read this. You're gonna be an investment banker. You're gonna be an investment banker. So my mind was always
finance,
maths, banking. So I was good at it. So.
And on the deen side at that time, A levels, praying, observing, reading Quran.
I would say, yeah, I've always been praying.
No slipping off?
Slipping off, I would say that the time I slipped off the most, not primary on point, like we're fasting in school, we're like 8. People coming in, I'm doing a half day. Like, nah, bro, I'm doing full day, bro. You're just trying to start. Like, but that's how it is. When you're in an Islamic environment, the rivalry isn't for girls or this. The rivalry is to impress Allah.
MashaAllah.
Oh, you know Fatiha. Oh, I know this one, and I'm going on to this one now.
Yeah.
Oh, you know Jazama, I finished that.
MashaAllah.
So it's a competition, but in the deen, in the way of the deen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how it was. And then I say, when was the time I slipped up the most? I'll probably say when I went to Ghana.
Okay.
Because there's not a lot of Muslims in Ghana. So I think just not having, I'm always used to having Muslims around me. So I think when I went to Ghana, there was a lot of Muslims.
And when you say slipped up, what do you mean? Like kind of like...
praying here and there. It's not a priority.
Okay.
You're not waking up for Fajr. Yeah, if you're up, it's kind of lackadaisical. It's not sick. You're not taking it seriously.
In most African countries, including Ghana, a lot of Muslims will be in North. But there's always a kind of like perception, and they put for Africa, they will kind of like downgrade the percentage of Muslims. It's like a strategy behind it. So Kenya, they would say, look, it's 20%. But if you go to Kenya, everywhere you go, Muslims are like in a majority. Tanzania, they would say something like, 40%. But, brothers what Tanzania will say, it's like 60, 70%. In Ghana, they say it's 20%. There's a brother who works in a masjid from Ghana. He says like, at least 40-50%.
I would say Nigeria, definitely.
Mm.
There's Muslims everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere. And most of the people the farmers, they're from the north. So all the majority of the food is halal by default, because that's how they're killing and slaughtering the animals. Ghana, I didn't really see too much. The Christianity in Ghana is very heavy.
Because sometimes there's a design to say, look, it's a Christian continent, not a Muslim continent, but it's a Muslim continent. Yeah, most of the countries there, you know, are kind of like Muslim dominated. And remember, there's a big history of what you call scholarship in West Africa,
100%.
North Africa, of leadership. You know, Mansa Musa, the Somali, Sheikh Uthman Dan Fodio, that's like, you know, they established the Khilaf of Sokoto. So there's a big kind of like, presence of Islam.
Yeah, I would say even in Ghana, there was a presence. But it's more, the Muslims are...
Is it concentrated or is it spread?
Scattered.
Oh, scattered.
But when it's Eid, you see everyone.
Okay.
Coming from everywhere. And you're like, oh my, where's everybody? On a day-to-day, you don't see these people. So it's kind of like, when Eid comes, you're like, wow, there's so many Muslims. So I would say in Ghana, there wasn't as much as Nigeria. Nigeria, there's too many. So many. There wasn't as much in Ghana.
So you slipped up there.
But yeah, I'll say Ghana, I wasn't really too on it. And
so coming to secondary school now back in London, how were you deen-wise? Back on it?
When I was doing my A-levels, when I came back.
When you came back to the school in Hendon.
Oh, no, Hendon, that's year 8 and 9.
Oh.
Hendon.
Okay, that was year 8, Uxbridge, sorry, Uxbridge.
When I come back to Uxbridge, I would say it was getting better. When I came to London, I feel like it was improving.
And other than family, did you have friends that were kind of like close to you? Because that's a big impact.
Yeah.
The friends are, you know, with morals, etiquette, deen, that has an impact on you.
So my uncle, my mum's brother, he's a revert.
Okay.
So, you know, growing up in my grandma's house, first of all, my grandma's not Muslim, but growing up in my grandma's house, my mum's mum, all food is halal. That's default. There's no non-halal food, there's no pork. All the food is halal. That's number one. Then my uncle, whenever he's praying, he'll call me.
Okay.
You know, so
they're around you.
Yeah.
But what about friends?
Mixture. On this state, there wasn't Muslims on this state like that. But I think the time when I'm coming, there's more Somalis. Somalis started coming. But I feel like when the Somalis first came, they didn't really mix.
Stuck to their own group.
Yeah, so for example, there's a lot of like Somali aunties from my estate, they didn't know I was Muslim. So they wouldn't even say hi to me. But then I might go to the masjid and their son seen me and so now they seen I'm Muslim, they're coming up. Like, come to the house, come to... So they didn't know. And, you know, when you're immigrant, coming to the country, you don't really know how to interact or how to take people. You're just on the defense, or maybe you just want to keep your distance because you don't really know how to maneuver. It's a different social setting.
Of course.
But I would say, was it a lot of Muslims? I'll say maybe about 30% on the state was Muslim. Now it's more. But when there wasn't a lot.
But what about you, your own friends, your age group? Did you have Muslim friends that are close to you?
School, yeah.
From school and stuff. And on the estate as well?
Yeah, had a lot.
Did they have an impact on you? Positive or negative?
Do you know what, Imam? To be honest, yeah, I've always been the friend, yeah. People are telling me, oh, you're too extreme. Do you know, I'm not trying to big up myself.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
I've always been the friend, like, nah, why are you doing that? That's the over. Or come and go pray. Or nah, like, I'll just do it when I get home. So it's only like the older ones, like Muhammad, like the older ones older than me, that they're more than me.
Okay, Muhammad's older than you, yeah?
Yeah.
Muhammad's on the same estate as you.
Muhammad's on the same estate.
Okay, so he had an impact on you?
Yeah, 100%. He's praying. Okay. Obviously, he's younger, but when I'm getting older, he's been, like, when I see him on the estate, Assalamu alaikum. Like, he knows my whole family. It's always been like that.
Shout out to Muhammad.
It's always from us, even when I'm young and in the mosque, we used to go Cricklewood bookshop. He'll be there.
Because that has, it has a positive impact, I think.
Yeah.
Either it's your age group or olders.
Yeah, the olders, I think that when this older guy's telling you, and this guy's you rate, they grew up on the same estate or grew up in the same area as you, and they're telling you, yo, fix up. What's that about? Or you know what I mean? Why ain't you praying? Or cut that out. Stop chilling with these, man. That's what he'll tell me all the time. Don't chill with these.
Role models.
Yeah. And people that you respect and you know that people you trust, you know they got the best for you in their heart. So yeah, I was saying it's always been elder and my dad and my parents. They're always always telling me pray. Keep on time with your prayers and
how did you do your A levels?
The first year when I come out to Uxbridge, failed. Failed. That's the first year I ever failed anything.
Subhanallah.
Failed with flying colours.
Okay.
Failed.
What was the reason for that?
I came to the academic year halfway through. So I didn't come at September, I came like maybe December. So maybe adjusting. But I just think I just had things too easy academically. I never used to try.
Yeah.
Get it. Now you're going to the next level. You need to start putting in the effort. So.
GCSEs to A levels is a big jump as well.
Exactly. Yeah. People always say it to you, but I'm smart. I'll do, So remember I told you I started school a year early. So now that I've failed, I'm in the correct year. So I've left that school. Then I've gone to another school called St. Augustine's. That's in Kilburn, South Kilburn, Kilburn Park. So that's when now I'm there. The school is called St. Augustine's, but like 80%, 85% of the people in the school is Muslims. Okay.
So where Prince Wasim, is it Prince Wasim?
Wasim's from Kilburn.
Okay. Was he in the same school as you?
Nah, Wasim never went to my school. Wasim's older than me.
Okay.
Wasim's from Wasim, he's from the ends, Wasim, that's bro. Yeah, so Kilburn. So St. Augustine's is a Christian school. You have to go to church once a term, like Easter. You have to.
Yeah.
But majority of 80 to 85% of the students is Muslim.
Sometimes the Muslim parents, they see in those Christian or Catholic schools more discipline, more kind of like morals being taught. So they prefer those compared to normal state schools. Yeah.
Yeah, they were strict. They weren't playing.
Okay.
Academics, they were strict. You can't do certain things in school. They were strict. Yeah, and there was a lot of Muslims, so I liked it.
But this is sixth form that you're talking about?
Yeah, sixth form. But I've gone there for sixth form, but they've got your 7, your 8, Okay. I've just gone there for sixth form.
So how did you do then? So you done your first year of again?
Yeah.
Yeah, passed.
More than, like me and one of my mates, Sajid, maths, that was our playground. That was just our playground, Imam, to be honest. Like we was arrogant though. We're in class, we're doing the exam. We're finishing the exam. Yeah, what did you get for this? Yeah. Oh yeah, we're doing the calculation. Yeah, I got 100%. Yeah, you got 100% too. Did you get this for that? Then the results come, 100%. So alhamdulillah, it was good to have him as well, because it's like we'll be at school banging a shift. When it's time to pray, we'll go pray. Get back to the revision. And when you have Muslims around you, it's kind of like a peer pressure, but in a good way, because everyone's going to pray and you're not praying. You look like a weirdo, bro. What's your excuse?
And a lot of people are praying there, in the school.
Yeah, what's your excuse? Going to Twitter, praying in the same room that we're revising in, because most people is Muslim in the school, and you don't have no reason to. What's your reason for not praying? So just having that pressure from people around you, it makes you stay on point. So yeah, done that. Done sixth form, done maths. Done maths, further maths, economics, A in maths, B in maths, B in further maths, C in I think I got a C or B in economics. So then I'm on my way to university.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of in that period, deen-wise, alhamdulillah,
you're
practicing. You've gone to university in London, outside London.
First, I went to Kent. Worst decision I ever made.
Canterbury University?
University of Kent.
Okay.
Canterbury campus.
Okay.
Studied a course called Financial Maths.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the worst decision I ever made. For me, anyway. Leaving
London, yeah?
Yeah. For boxing, it was bad.
Okay, the boxing. Did the boxing come in? Because we didn't ask you about the boxing. The boxing, did you start that early on?
From young, I've been doing martial arts.
Okay.
From young.
From primary, secondary?
Primary school. In the Muslim primary school I went to, there was teaching it in there. The guys was teaching it in there.
What were you studying at that time?
They're doing like kung fu, karate.
Okay.
I always was interested in it. So I probably started doing that like maybe 8, 9.
Okay, and then into secondary school?
Secondary school, I've cut out that, and now I'm doing kickboxing.
Okay.
Year 8, year 9, doing that. Then I've gone, when I went Nigeria, come back, now I'm just doing boxing.
Do you anything in Nigeria?
Nah,
In Ghana?
yeah,
Done boxing in
Ghana,
Ghana?
I was boxing. So I
Okay.
was boxing year 8, year 9 when I came back from Nigeria.
Okay.
Year 8, year 9, boxing. When I went to Ghana, my mum found me a gym. So I was telling her, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go because it's going to affect my boxing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on track to be doing good things.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, cool, I'll find you a gym. So we've gone. There's a lot of Ghana's a boxing country.
Okay.
After football, boxing is the biggest sport. There's a lot of world champions from Ghana.
Okay.
So when I've gone Ghana, my mom's found me a boxing gym there. So I'm training there the whole time
Mm-hmm.
training. Come back here. And when I came back, that's when it started picking up.
Like entering competitions and stuff?
Yeah. Competitions, boxing, training. Just, there's more opportunity here to be seen by even anyone, you know,
Okay.
as opposed to being in Ghana boxing. It's not really the funding and all that type of stuff. So,
And in terms of, you carried that on in sixth form, you carried that on in university?
whole way.
Did you go into, like, for example, Olympics or Commonwealth Games?
Because I wanted to go, but you have to go through certain certain competitions. After being in a competition, you've got to be in the team for certain time. So for me, it was like, am I gonna do the Olympic route, or am I gonna just turn professional?
Okay, you don't have to go through Olympic route, yeah?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
But Olympic is amateur boxing.
Yeah.
So once you turn professional, you can't go back to Olympics.
You can't go back, yeah?
That's it. So if you turn professional and you fight, Olympics done, you can't go back.
I just assumed you go through the amateur route and then eventually come to professional. It doesn't have to be like that.
No, it doesn't have to.
You can go straight to professional.
Yeah, you can. But I did a bit of amateurs. I had about 12. I had 12 amateur fights.
Titles? Any titles?
No. Just 12 normal fights.
All wins?
I had 10 wins, 9 KOs, 2 losses. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing that all the way from young. Then when I went to Kent, I was still boxing. But I think going to Kent wasn't a good idea because when you've got your community, whether that's Islamic or your friends or whatever, moving somewhere else and relocating, people underestimate the effect it can have on you, whether it's your social life or your Islam. There's a mosque on campus still.
Okay.
It's just not the same going to your mosque, your regular mosque that you're used to and you're seeing regular faces, you know? So, of course, a mosque is a mosque anywhere around the world, but just that familiarity is different. So,
no gym there, no boxing gym as well?
There was a gym there, I'm training.
Okay.
It's just not the same. Wasn't into it as much as I should have been. So then I've gone there, did a year, passed first year, done a second year, failed. Now I'm like, bloody hell. Like, this is the second time I'm failing now. I'm like, so I come back home. I'm like, cool, do you know what? Let me come back home, reset, take a year out, relax my mind, plan things, and then next year, I'm going to go back because I'm the type of person, if I start something, I'm finishing. That's just me. Anything I start, I'm finishing it.
Inshallah.
So I took the year out, came back home, I was just working. I was at Waitrose. I used to work on Waitrose, Edger Road. So I was just working and I was just going training. So I'll just wake up, I was doing the 7 a.m. shift, wake up, go Waitrose, finish training. So that was just my routine for the year. And then I just had to finish some retakes. So when I do those retakes, I'm now going to transfer and come back to London.
Okay, second year.
Yeah, to repeat that second year.
Okay, same. You want to carry on the same subject?
Same subject, same everything.
Was it financial maths?
Financial maths. So it's same, it's maths, but it just got a few finance modules in it.
Okay.
So I came back, done all that.
Which uni did you go to?
Brunel.
Brunel, okay.
So now I've come back, I've applied to Brunel, transfer here. They said, yeah, fantastic, cool. Alhamdulillah, sweet, everything was good. Brunel was a lot of Muslims. A lot of Muslims. They got a masjid on campus. It was perfect.
And you stayed at home as well?
Yeah, at Brunel, I'm at home now.
Okay.
Seeing so many people from the ends. A lot of people from Northwest go Brunel because it's just like straight train.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing all my Muslim friends from the area. It just felt like home. Gone Brunel, finished second year, done well. Third year, finished, but then had to do my dissertation. Because at the time I was ill, so I couldn't do my dissertation. So they deferred it to the next year, finished my dissertation. Then, alhamdulillah, finished my degree, got a 2-1
Inshallah.
in financial maths. So
Okay.
my
And
mum was very happy about that.
alhamdulillah. It's an
Alhamdulillah.
achievement.
2-1 is good, yeah.
First,
I don't know about the uni world.
so you got first is, then you got 2-1, 2-2, third. So let's say first, maybe about 15% of people, 15 to 20% of people get a first. And about 30% get a first or 2-1.
Yeah, and you're doing a different kind of one though, and it's not like it's drama.
I'm doing maths. That's what I tell people.
You're
They're like,
trying to
oh
say-
yeah, I went university as well. I'm like, bro,
We're not doing the
do
same.
you know what I was doing,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah. It's mathematical. It's different.
People got tired of maths in GCSEs.
Listen, for you it's easy. Come on, man. Yeah.
have
Imam,
that
I was
didn't like maths
dying.
again?
Imam, you don't understand.
Who did we have that didn't like maths?
Bro,
again? That brother, man, the comedy brother.
Fuad, Fueezy.
He was like, oh, this brother,
Yeah,
he came, I don't know if you watched his one. He's like, bro, maths was like, he couldn't do it.
bro, you see maths in uni?
The letters.
You should have got a first, Akhi. You should have got a first.
should've.
enough.
I should have.
Dad said, nah, man,
Bro.
it's good enough.
You see maths in uni? Different level, bro. Different.
I thought they say A level is harder than uni, no?
Whoever made that story up, yeah? Bro. But I'd like to think I'm an intelligent person, yeah? Bro, I'm going to class. One of my mates, Ali, this guy's a genius. I thought I'm smart. These genius. 1% of the whole world population, bro. Less than 1% of the whole world population studies mathematics at university. Less than 1%. Bro, like, it's I don't know how I finished.
Yeah.
I don't know. Alhamdulillah. That's why when I finished, I said, this is Allah. Allah done this for me, bro. Because
But you enjoyed it, innit? You enjoy maths. Listen, once you
I like maths, but I don't like university.
You know what was it?
I don't like, bro, you see me, I'm a free spirit. I don't like structure. Don't talk. The only thing I like structure and listen to is Islam. That's it.
But listen, hey,
Anything else?
A levels, maths, further maths.
Yeah.
2 A levels on maths, Akhi.
Yeah.
Come on, man, you must love maths.
Imam, do you know the maddest thing?
Mm.
The first year I've gone to that sixth form, I've done maths, physics, economics, yeah?
That's all maths.
Maths, aced it. Like me and my mate Sajid. It's this C1, C2, C3. C1, C2, S1. 100, 95. He's getting 97. I'm getting 90. Alhamdulillah. That means physics. Bro. Bro. Failed it. Flying colours. So listen to what I've done. I passed economics. I've gone to the maths department. I've gone, listen. Said to the head of maths, I said, Miss, who's it? No, Mr. Who's it? It was Mr. Arras. Mr. Arras, Muslim as well. Algerian. I've gone, sir, look at my maths grades. Look at these grades. I only have 2 A levels. You can't get into university with 2 A levels. So I said to him, listen, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do, that was the first year of A levels called AS. I said, cool. I've passed these 2, so I'm going to go to A2, second part of A levels. I'm going to do the A2 maths and the A2 economics. Yeah? He said, yeah, cool. But I only have 2 A levels, so I need 1 more. So I'm going to go and do the first year of further maths and the second year of further maths in 1 year, plus my maths.
MashaAllah. And you done it.
Allah done it for me. Bro,
Way too
bro,
maths.
I did 12 maths exams in 1 year.
Mad.
Bro, I'm making the heavy duas night time.
For me, I'm thinking about
Bro.
maths. It's just numbers.
Bro,
Flipping it.
bro.
How you doing distinctions?
I don't know, bro.
That's
But
mad.
remember, Muslims, Akhi, had a big part.
Algebra.
Algebra.
The guy that made algebra, he's a Muslim.
Al-
Iran,
al-
Iraq, a lot,
yeah,
they
yeah, that-
created a lot. The number system now is Arab. So, bro, pulled out-
Khwarizmi. What's the one? They have a term for it in
what does he do?
Al-Jabr is algebra.
Oh, yeah.
Khwarizmi something. There's a term for
I
it.
forgot. Algorithm.
Yeah, that's Akhi, yeah.
So, bro, pulled out the bag.
Sifr, the 0. That was invented by the Muslims. Akhi.
But they say it came from also the Sanskrit, like the
Those are the
Well, they're always
numerals.
trying to take Arabs and Muslims out of history and trying to say we didn't contribute to this and this and that.
No,
My maths teacher, Iranian,
yeah.
Muhammad, Bro, genius, bro. So I've always had, like, somehow or some way, Allah will always send me a Muslim, or whether it's a tutor, private tutor, or someone in boxing, or he'll send me someone.
I think listening to your kind of conversation though is that what keeps you moving is being productive. Do you get what I mean? And I think a lot of people like that nowadays, bro. Like, you won't find much people boxing at the same time whilst also studying something that's very, you know, intelligence-wise anyway, it takes a lot of effort. You know, most people are studying like arts and...
Bro, do you know what it was? You see, as a kid, yeah, I just always stay in my lane and mind my business, bro. I grew up on a, you know, you can ask Muhammad that we grew up on a crazy block. Crazy. Like, mad stuff happening all the time.
You could have joined that if you wanted to.
But I'm not...
How was Muhammad was Muhammad...
Nah, Muhammad was... I'll say if there's good, there's bad, he's in the middle. Just normal.
Yeah, inshallah. Just because Muhammad is it. Listen, let's take Muhammad out and then you can say it.
He was just normal.
Alhamdulillah. So you know what I see, look, Allah Ta'ala blessing with, you know, parents giving you direction.
Yeah.
Schooling giving you a direction.
Yeah.
Friends like Muhammad giving you direction. Your trips to Nigeria, Ghana.
Yeah.
All of these things have had an impact and helped you in what you are today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all from Allah Ta'ala. Allah put all these things in, you know, in place for you.
100%. That's why I always say, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Because even, bro, I'm going like Arabic school. I'm even going to Arabic school on Saturday. Saturday, bro.
Where were you doing that?
I was doing that at my school, but it's on the weekend. Okay. So my school's open on the Saturday when I was in primary.
Some Muslims are hiring kids to teach Arabic and stuff, man.
Bro, I'm not good in Arabic, bro. I'm good in Islamic studies. That's my thing. My sister, Arabic, she can memorize. Like, she's good in that. Bro, I'm not good in Arabic, bro. People here, Lebanon, Iraq,
you have to do
Saudi.
maths in Arabic. You'll be good in doing maths in Arabic.
I'm telling you what.
Bro, people here, they're from Arab-speaking countries, bro. The teacher's telling them, read this off the tongue. Bro, they're calling me, bro. I'm sweating. I'm like, please don't. I'm sitting at the back. Please don't call my name. All I know is this, that. I don't know the long ones. Please don't call. But now, looking back at it, bro, alhamdulillah for all of that, bro. Because, bro, like I said, the first thing I ever knew is Islam before anything. You know, all these things. So when I'm growing up and people's drinking, and till today I tell people, right, I don't drink. I've never drank. What?
Yeah, that's a shock to a lot of people.
What are you talking about? And then look at the crazy thing, Abdul-Malik. Look at the crazy thing. I was talking to one of my mates. He goes, what, you don't drink? I was like, no. He's like, why? I was like, I'm Muslim, bro. And he goes,
I know bare Muslims also.
He goes, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I thought, what are you talking about? Are you trying to disrespect the thing? Like, what do you mean by that? He's like, nah, bro. Like, just honestly, like, a lot of Muslims drink and smoke nowadays. This is what he's saying to me from his experience. And then I've now sat back and trying to take in what he's saying, and he's right. I feel like when I was younger, bro, like, being a Muslim, like, the levels was high, bro.
Very high, yeah. Even non-Muslims would be like, nah, man, Islam is very
you can't
strict,
do that.
Bro.
Yeah.
You don't do this. The levels, bro, was different. See, going to school and, bro, you're not, people like, you can't even look. Haribo's. What? Can't eat Haribo's.
Slap that out of your hand.
Bro, do you know how gassed in primary school people was when halal Haribo's came out? Bro, you lot a lot when halal Haribo's came out and touched the surf. What?
Yeah.
Man, them was going crazy, making dua in school. Oh my, bring it, bro, sneak into the shop. Halal Haribo's sold out. Everyone's buying them. Like, people was, the way they took the deen, bro, particular. They're not slipping up. You know, now I feel like it's not where it was.
Standards were higher, isn't it?
Way higher, you know? Way higher. Way higher. I don't know why it's fallen.
I think it's like imams that come on the scene. That's what I personally think, you know. In the leadership
I was waiting for that. Yeah, I was waiting for that one.
You know, if you cut off the head, then, you know, the rest is going to fall.
Solution, bro. This guy.
Back in the day, we have other imams. You know what I'm saying? The new ones, you can.
And you know, even
just fear Allah.
Even certain things. I'm someone that, because I went to a Muslim school, I always kind of, it's something's got to make sense to me Islamically. So when I'm growing up in this area, we grew up in Brent Borough, that's where I grew up, and people's doing all these things, like gang violence or this person's going over here and this and that. I'm like, bro, like, first of all, I'm not beefing or having a problem with someone I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Only soldiers beef people and have problem with people they don't know. I don't know.
That's just a good
Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not a soldier. I'm not going to war. I don't know these people. Secondly, we'll be in school. I remember the teachers always. I remember I had an Arabic teacher, and I asked her. She was talking about. She was like, what did she say? The word dulam. She was talking about dulam, and then was reading a surah. And she was like dulam. Then she was saying, I was like, Miss, what's that? Her English wasn't good. She was like, she was trying to explain it, but I wasn't getting it. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So then I've gone home. Then I've gone, she's talking about like oppression, dalameen, oppressing people, and you know, gang violence, all these things, bro, is oppression.
100%, 100%.
Stabbing or doing certain things to someone you don't know, you're oppressing them.
Yeah.
And Allah doesn't like those things.
Yeah. So only thing with us, Abdul-Malik, it would be brothers might be doing it. And some brothers criticize us. Yeah, maybe us even on the bridge, look, certain brothers, look, you're kind of like tolerating them rather than telling them it's kind of like, how to say, impermissible or something. Our take is, look, we are. But that sometimes doesn't have to be public. It might be behind the scenes.
Of course.
But, you know, our work is to try and tell. Yeah.
So do they want you to tell people on here?
Sometimes, yeah.
No, but, okay, going back, another example to touch on what you just said. One time I went to Jummah, and then, so I've gone to Cricklewood Mosque. If anyone knows Cricklewood Mosque, after, on the Broadway, there's Taste of Lahore. So I'm sitting with some brothers, and then we're talking. You know how growing up in London when you're young, when you talk, you swear, innit? You say, oh, this or this. And you're not swearing at somebody, but it's just part of the lingo. Then one guy goes to me, in front of everyone, you know, Friday, we just prayed, everyone's, bro, you know, the Prophet said, you know those guys, the Prophet said, those guys, you know, the Prophet said, you know, you shouldn't use foul language. I looked at him. I said, bro, since you're an imam, since you're an imam, bro, the Prophet also said, when you want to give someone advice, give them advice in private. Do you understand? So don't try and belittle me.
Yeah.
Or try and, do you understand? And the same thing to what people are saying. What do they want you to do? Be embarrassing grown men?
Exactly.
On YouTube to get 1 million views?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. And I think people forget that. There's, in Islam, adab, all these things, etiquette, manners, there's big things. There's ways to tell people things. And also, there's ways to deal with people.
Yeah, and also, but if we don't engage,
and it's like you don't care.
Yeah, you don't care. So it's like engaging and slowly, actually reducing certain things.
I think people forget that part of Islam, the soft part, the patient part.
Yeah.
And not keep knocking or keep trying with a person.
And also, you know, I mean, this might be a discussion we might have, like a separate one, me and Abdul, kind of like Latif, on, let's say, the purpose behind the bridge. But some of the brothers that come on here, some of, you know, the rappers, the musicians, but on the side, there's a brother, inshallah, you know, he's going to join us soon. But in Ramadan, he was giving 2,500 in charity every day. Yeah, another charity done about 50K. He also asks me, look, how can I kind of like come out and make things halal? That's in his mind, but of course, people don't know this, so they would just judge and say, look.
I feel like, but Islam's at a very judgmental. It's at a very judgmental point nowadays, especially in London.
Yeah,
you know, people don't want to understand. You know, maybe how did you get to this point?
100%. Because for some of those brothers, it's like where we're coming from, this is less haram. What we were doing before, what we're doing now,
it's gradual.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
But people don't want to understand that. People you're doing wrong, this and that. So people end up shying away from maybe the masjid because they don't want to get judged, or maybe shying away from other Muslims. And then what do? You push them into the hands of non-Muslims.
And keep in mind, you know, the Messenger of Allah, people came with certain shortcomings. What did he do? How did he treat them? What options did he give them? What opportunities did he give them? You know, remember, we're living from history. There's always temptations, desires. It's just like become so much now. But they should be where we're able to help and assist people away from those things. So same with the dhulm, you know, you mentioned, same thing.
Yeah, and
you know,
I think is a serious thing. People need to think about those things, you know. But like a lot of people that come on the show, they haven't had the the barakah of being born a Muslim and going to a Muslim school and knowing these things from young. Maybe if they knew it in the beginning, they would be different. But they've reverted to Islam, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And one thing we're able to do, especially with, you know, the brothers who, they're on road, they're in gangs and they're Muslims, we're able to say, look, akhi, look, you can't be doing this to Muslims. That's a start. Stop this. You shouldn't be doing it to non-Muslims. But start with this and then expand. And then expand, akhi, because Islam's a deen of justice and goodness for all.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a dialogue and a discussion taking place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on anyway. And because just conscious of time. So, mashallah, bro, you've done the mathematics and done that well.
Further maths as well. Financial maths as well. Add all the maths there.
As I wasn't even listening to him, I was thinking, bro, the reason you're talking about, see, when you learn, it's weird, but you said so many logical things. And what is maths?
Yeah, it's just logic.
It's logic.
Yes, no.
It's really logic.
Does it make sense? Does it not?
Thank you. That's literally what it is. And a lot of things you're saying,
binary, innit?
For road people, you should think like that. Am I a soldier?
Bro, how can you go and fight somebody you don't know, bro? I'm not a soldier. I don't follow no one's rules, bro.
Alhamdulillah.
Like, I talk to who I want to talk to, and that's me, bro. If you got a problem with that, then we can, you get me?
That's security within yourself, though.
Bro, but we're in an era where people don't know themselves, bro. And we're growing up in environments where, if you're going against the grain, you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
If you don't want to beef a man, bro, I'm a professional boxer, bro. I do violence. It's for a living. I don't do it on Sundays and Saturdays. I do it Monday to Friday, every day. If I want to do violence, I'm capable of violence to the highest degree. But is that what Islam is? Oh yeah, because I know how to do violence, I'm going to go out on the road now and start beefing everyone.
No, of course, it's injustice.
Do you understand, bro? And people need to kind of just get that. But I know it's hard, London, because like we said, we're in a generation where you can't even be yourself, bro, because if you're yourself, someone might violate you just based on that. So everyone's first reaction is violence. What? Or looking at, you know what I'm trying to say? Because people don't want to be themselves, because when it's like dog eat dog, do you want to be that guy? Oh no, forget that then. Let me put on the street face and all, you know how it goes, innit?
Yeah.
So
it's an act, bro. But moving on, as we were saying, so now you finished that, you're doing a boxing thing. How's the boxing thing going?
Alhamdulillah, it's going well, you know. I had my debut May 21st. This May 21st. First round knockout, alhamdulillah. First round, first minute, you know, and even that story was just crazy how it happened, because I hadn't boxed for so long because I was focusing on my university and I got injured. Then my managers called me like, I've got a fight for you. I'm like, cool, when is it? He's gone, May 21st. Bro, it's Ramadan. Ramadan was in April.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, how am I gonna
train?
I said, you know what, yeah? Let me not think of it as a bad thing. Let me think of it as Allah's giving me this, there's a barakah in it. There's a barakah in this. Don't think about it negatively, because back in the days, they're fasting, war, all sorts. They're just getting on with their life, innit? So why should I now change my life because it's Ramadan? I'm still gonna train. So bro, literally for the whole month, Ramadan, bro, I'm waking up, praying, Fajr, obviously eating, going to bed, waking up, going to the gym. I got training at like 6, sparring, training, bro, breaking my fast at training with a Lucozade in 3 days, bro. I'm in the ring. Lucozade, telling my coach, yo, bring the dates, boom. Straight after that, praying, then going to the masjid, Tarawih, doing that for 30 days, bro. 30 days. And I said to myself, went to the mosque, I'm doing that. I said, this Ramadan, this is going to be for my benefit. All this training I'm doing, this is going to be for my benefit, bro. Kept saying it to myself. I made a dua. I was there late night. I said, this is going to be to my benefit. I'm not looking at... A lot of times we look at Ramadan as a burden. Do you know what I mean? We look at it with a negative mindset.
They're going to lose
But
weight.
why don't you look at it as a positive mindset, bro? I'm fast, bro. I'm here sparring. Bro, one woman's come up to me. Oh, you're amazing. I said, I'm so tired, you know. She goes, why are you tired? I said, I'm fasting. She's like, what? How? I said, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know how I'm doing it. I jump in the ring, Bismillah, I just try, bro. I'm gonna try, I'm gonna put my efforts. Bro, Ramadan's gone, made all the du'as. Fights like 2 weeks after Eid. Like, bloody hell, bro. Like, I'm just thinking, boy, let's get it cracking, innit? You feel me? So the days come now. I'm just like, listen, I've sorted out my affairs with Allah. I've kept up my salah. I've kept up my Ramadan. I kept my fast. I fasted every day. I did it sincerely. So, you know what they say? When you sort out your affairs with Allah, He's gonna sort out the rest. Bro, stepped in the ring, no nerves, bro. Like, it was mad. I never felt like that.
Usually you would have nerves.
I'm not a nervous person. I don't usually have nerves, but I'm a bit like, where?
And it's good.
Bro, this time, bro, nothing.
Just went in.
Nothing. Before I went into the ring, I prayed the istikhara quickly, gone in. Bro, like the third punch I threw, the guy's on the floor, bro. Bro.
What's your weight, Akhi?
Super middle, 12 stone, 76 kg. Bro, the first punch I threw. I'm saying to myself, I ain't boxed competitively in 3 years, 4 rounds. The fight was for 4 rounds. I'm saying, cool. Let me just go all the rounds, innit? I'm happy. Alhamdulillah, I'm happy to even be here. I'm happy to do what I love for a living, bro. Because a lot of people do jobs they hate for a living, bro. So for me to even be able to box and I can do that for a living, alhamdulillah, win or lose, obviously I care, but I'm even grateful to be able to do this, bro. Bro, like the first punch I threw, the guy's on the floor, bro. In the ring, bro, I had to sujood. I'm like, bro, crap. You know when you just want something so bad, bro, and you prayed for you, made a dua for you. I said, bro, it's just crazy.
There's 2 questions, Akhi. What, did the Muslim boxers, Muslims always had a kind of like a influence in boxing, professional boxing. So, like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Hasim Rahman, and others. Did they play a part in giving you a direction towards boxing, or was your own personal kind of like decision?
Nah, my dad just got me into it from young.
Okay, he was boxing as well? Or?
Yeah, my dad used to box, do martial arts. My dad just got me into it. I don't think, even at the time, I never really knew about
Muslim boxing.
Tyson and Muslim boxing. Yeah, I never really knew about it. I didn't even want to do it for a living, or I just enjoyed it. I was just good at it. I just understood it up here. So I just thought, cool, I'm going to take it.
And in terms of the education, you done a degree in financial maths. You're not using that in any way?
So I used to tutor.
Okay.
But I've kind of put that on hold because I feel like boxing's a sport where you got to kind of dedicate. All your time's got to go into it. You need to rest, you need to sleep, to get the right recovery. So for now, I'll probably put that on hold. But definitely later in my life, I'll revisit it. Whether it's teaching or tutoring or whatever, I definitely want to revisit. I don't really want to do banking. Although that's what my dad said as a kid, but I don't really think that's my thing. I don't mind teaching and helping them.
I'm sure it's helped you in, it's given you a sense of discipline, studying, passing, probably helping your boxing anyway.
It does. It does just, maths and boxing is similar in certain ways. You've got a problem in front of you and you've got to solve it, whether that's mathematically or a person.
Also in sports, like you said, Ramadan. So I think last Ramadan, many football players, Muslim players were fasting. And I don't know if it's FIFA or, they've kind of like, when it's Maghrib time, the match stops for about a few minutes. Muslim players break their fast, the match restarts. I think, was it Benzema was playing and he was fasting and he scored or something. So it's even on a wider scale, it's become norm to practice your deen and to fast.
We've been doing that. I've got a friend called Yusuf. We've always been doing it from young. But our mindset was wrong. It was always a burden.
Okay.
We've been fasting, training and fasting. But in our mind, it's like, this is a burden. So I said, this Ramadan, I'm changing my mindset. This isn't going to burden me. This is a blessing for me. This is going to benefit me. So that was kind of the difference for me. Just thinking about the fasting in a positive light. Because if you think about it negatively, you're not going to put your best into it. So I just said, let me think about this positively and this is going to benefit me.
MashaAllah.
And I think that's what kind of just made it easier.
Yeah.
So finally, because obviously again, time, we can talk about many other topics regarding boxing, where do you want to be in boxing, etc., etc. we have to kind of put it to a close. Just finalize everything for us. Like, obviously you are where you are, mashallah. I see you as a very determined character. You know, may Allah bless your future and anything that you put your mind to, you know, put barakah in it. But to finalize it, what is it like? Because there's many youngsters that watch this, and that's the aim for us. It's always going to be about promoting excellence, promoting change, you know, and showing that it's possible. So you're one of those people, mashallah, from a very young age, your life looks like it went a particular way and you had a lot of blessings in your way that made it happen like that as well. It's not just, you know, just your own
100%.
thing. There's a lot of things that came around, that
external factors,
all of that stuff. You know what I mean? But what would you advise other youngsters that are watching this? I know in similar situations, maybe gangs, maybe
I'll just say to the younger generation, don't be afraid to be yourself. There's only one of you. There's never gonna be another you, bro. Don't be afraid to be yourself, bro. If you're someone that, you know, is soft-spoken and you're not a violent person, that's not a bad thing. Be yourself. You don't need to change to fit in or be with these persons, especially to the Muslims, to the younger Muslims. You know, if it's going against Islam, don't do it. Simple.
And the deen caters for everyone.
Say that again?
The deen caters for somebody who's...
But I think people think, you know, people look at Islam or look at the Quran as this is for that time. Even Muslims, they think it's kind of outdated, but there's nothing new, bro. It's all in the book.
All relevant as well.
I just think people should be comfortable to be themselves, and whatever that is. If, like you said, if that's a soft-spoken person, whatever that is, just be yourself. You don't need to, not specifically gang, but just in general, you don't need to be someone you're not. You know?
Just one thing, I think, you know, like sometimes when we give a perception to youngsters that the only way of staying on a straight path is learning your deen and not doing anything else, I don't think it's kind of like sometimes a right approach.
In what aspect?
You know, for example, just say, okay, look, all you can do is come to the masjid, learn Quran, which is important. But sometimes playing football, doing boxing, doing something else which has a set of discipline, like boxing specifically, also keeps the youngsters on a straight and narrow. You know, if somebody really wants to excel in boxing, you know he's not going to be taking drugs.
Simple.
He's going to be healthy.
Simple.
He's going to be kind of like jogging and, you know, his stamina and so on, eating healthy. So that also helps in a person staying on a straight and narrow.
100%.
And I think we need to give that to the youngsters also and say, look, okay, come to the masjid, pray, learn your Quran, but if you're good in sports, play your sports.
Yeah, balance.
Balance it out, you know, and that's important as well. Remember, the Sahaba had a lifestyle of balance.
Yeah,
and that's very important to give to the youngsters also.
I think people need to read about the Sahaba and read the Quran.
Yeah.
Not just to recite, and you know, because for example, because my mum, she didn't really speak Arabic. She always told me, when you're reading the Quran, you need to know what it's saying. So read the English. Don't just be reciting the Quran. You don't know what it means. Read the Arabic, memorize the Arabic, and you need to learn the English so you know what you're saying. And I think people should, you know, understand what the Quran's saying.
100%.
You know?
100%.
Jazakumullah khair. Wise words. And inshallah, once you become a millionaire, billionaire,
listen, world champion,
all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. We want to hear what's Devin Haney. Is he Devin Haney?
He's Muslim, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same thing when he won his world title. You got to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Always.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. You got to do the same. Yeah.
MashaAllah.
And Quran, let's finish off with some.
Yes.
Any
Imam likes to make.
He has to put us on the spot. Which
You can read Surah Baqarah if you like, bro. Alif Lam Mim.
What's my favorite? I like Falak. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hamda Rabbil Alameen. Close with Rabbin Falak. Min sharri ma khalaq. Wa min sharri ghasin idha waqab. Wa min sharri nafathati fil uqad. Wa min sharri hasidin idha hasad. I like that surah. It's one of my favorites.
Jazakallah khairan.
Barakallah feek. Inshallah, we'll finish there. Jazakumullah khair for those of you watching, and inshallah, we'll catch you on the next one. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.